back recently, but has not been here consistently for quite some time. He still wants to defend his legacy here in Beyond Wrestling.
He's in such amazing shape as Ortiz. And showing the ultimate respect.
Beyond Wrestling! Beyond Wrestling! Beyond Wrestling! Beyond Wrestling!
Introducing first in the corner to my right, accompanied to ringside by his Prize City Queen, Becca! From the Prize City, weighing in at 175 pounds, he is the newly crowned ESW Interstate Champion. He is the current Southern Underground Pro Bone Storm Champion. He is the current Limitless Wrestling World Champion. The Prize City OG, the Northeast Beast, the Prize, Alec Price.
And for my money, Paul, he should be the IWTV Independent Wrestling Champion, a title currently held by AC Mack, yet to be defended in the Northeast.
Well, we saw him last against Willow Nightingale in this very
His
building.
opponent to my left, fighting out of the Pazuzu Projects by way of James Brown's Funky Town. Weighing in at 190 pounds, he is Mr. Americanrana, the Funky Monkey, Angel Ortiz.
What absolutely phenomenal shape that Ortiz has gotten himself in, and that is only going to help him more with his endurance in this very hot building against someone who sets the pace maybe faster than anyone in Alec Price.
Well, Alec Price getting into it, and Becca none too keen on that. She already had her match. Get her out of here.
Was that Irish step dance? What was that?
Man, Alec Price cannot afford any distractions right now, Paul. Ortiz has to be one of the biggest challenges that he's ever faced.
That says it all right there. You could read his lips.
I think he said it was bullshit.
Will you watch your language?
It ain't Wrestling Open. There ain't no officials to tell me what to do.
Well, that's true. Here we go. One-on-one Ortiz against the Prize, Alec Price.
Big fight feel.
Who do you favor in a matchup like this?
Oh, man. Momentum is on the side of Alec Price, but I feel like Ortiz has a lot to prove as a singles competitor. I'm telling you, man, both guys are in fantastic shape. Ortiz has a little bit more mass on his body. Alec Price, though, momentum is just something that cannot be stopped. It just cannot be stopped. 3 championships across the United States. And Alec Price, Ortiz, first ever pairing, so there's going to be a bit of a feeling out approach to this matchup as these men kind of assess each other's strengths and weaknesses, both physical and mental, in terms of their ability, their strategy.
And this is the second time that we've seen Ortiz in singles action here at Beyond Wrestling. The first time, as you mentioned, was against Jonathan Gresham. Now this time against Alec Price, so he is not taking it lightly as he moves into more singles action on the independents.
The referee's admonishing Becca. Did she reach into the ring?
I think she did.
Alec Price seems like he's pretty PO'd. Ortiz is asking Alec Price what's going on.
And I think Alec Price I think he might be saying, I didn't tell her to do that already. I don't think Alec Price even knew that was going on.
The relationship for the Prize City Hooligans. And look at Becca. She's just, is she there to help or harm at this point?
Well, I'm not sure. But she better keep her hands to herself, because referee Tyler Calloway, Ortiz, I'm keeping my eye on her, so I don't know how much longer he's going to put up with any sort of shenanigans like that.
There we see Ortiz in control of both of Alec Price's legs. Alec Price able to slip his right leg out. By doing so, using leverage to get back up to his feet, picking away at the leg of the funky monkey, Ortiz. Ortiz trying to apply a waist lock to alleviate some of the pressure as he's getting his foot and ankle crank right now.
Really cranking in, taking a different angle, different torque on that. Alec Price, he has been trained by the best. He has been tested over and over and over again, and he answers each test successfully, especially here at
Irish
Beyond.
whip. There's a counter. Now wait a minute, Alec Price got tripped up.
She just grabbed Alec Price. I think she turned the other way and then reached her hand out and didn't know it was Alec Price. I think.
Oh, come on, this is like a super fight between, you know, two Beyond Wrestling Hall of Famers. Becca shouldn't be getting herself interjected. She should be getting ejected is what she should be happening, not interjecting.
Well, one more time it might happen, so who knows, hopefully. You know what, hopefully
Alec
it
Price
does.
laying down the law.
Because I want to see these two have a wrestling match. I don't want to see
I think
Becca
that's
get
what we all
involved.
came for.
Well, Ortiz, I don't know quite what he said, but something that the Worcester fans loved.
I think he said he was going to kick Becca in the face.
Probably something along those lines.
Side headlock now. Ortiz sent into the ropes. Becca did not trip him up at that attempt.
And you saw the hesitation there by
Exactly.
Alec to go into those, and again!
Becca, you know, now she's just kind of going into business for himself, getting yelled at by both of them.
Well, there is an ejection from referee Tyler Calloway. And an emphatic one, let's just put it that way.
And if she doesn't leave ringside, there's a chance that Alec Price may be disqualified. And with the schedule that Ortiz keeps, who knows the next time we could possibly reschedule this match. It'll probably end up on national TV on a Wednesday night before it happens again in Worcester.
Well, she is not going to be happy, and Alec Price's night after this match may not be pleasant.
All right, but now he
Becca's
can
gone.
focus on, he doesn't got to focus on Becca later. He's got to focus on the man standing in the ring with him right now, Funky Monkey Ortiz.
And here we go, Alec Price one-on-one, and Alec doesn't seem too upset about it. Ortiz saying, "You ready to wrestle now?" And Alec is. That's what he wanted all along.
All right. Let's just, when we recut the show for IWTV, the match just started, all right?
There you go.
Let's get Jay George out here with his directors.
What's wrong with John Roy? All right, don't answer that question.
Ortiz now, no question though, no question about it. He is firmly in control on his own volition, nobody interfering, nobody else to worry about but Alec Price.
Irish whip into the corner. Price crashes into those turnbuckles. Avalanche splash by Ortiz. Hip toss takeover.
Alec Price maybe looking to land on his feet, but Ortiz with the leverage, throwing Price down to the mat hard. And are we going to see those signature kick swivels? Ortiz, he's really matured as a competitor. He's circling his opponent.
Yeah, not staying stationary for it. Off the ropes. Hits the splash. Stays down. Makes the cover. And how about that for a little throwback from Ortiz?
Well, that's the showmanship that Ortiz is known for. It's what helped him build his career. Probably not going to be able to pin your opponent without using your arms, but kind of fun to watch nevertheless.
It'll definitely throw your opponent off for a second, and then once they realize what's happening, they kick out. But nonetheless, a very interesting, unique bit of offense from Ortiz, and that is a testament really to his body of work and his career. He is very unorthodox.
I'd have to check the old cagematch.net, but I do believe Alec Price's last defeat in this building was against the Impact Wrestling World Champion, Josh Alexander, although he was just a second away from losing to Angel Ortiz.
Landing on his feet. Gonna try that funky monkey flip, and Alec Price sticks the landing.
Well, that time he landed on his feet. Oh, I don't know that I would agree that Ortiz is garbage, but
Certainly not.
Alec Price, known to run his mouth. I think that's putting it mildly.
Yeah, he's known to do that a little bit. Head scissors takeover. And look at the confidence exuding from Alec Price.
This is a complete 180 from what we saw out of Alec Price even a year ago. Constantly having to rely on shorthanded tactics in order to pick up the victory, but I think that once he started building that confidence, that's when the fans really took to him, and he became a fair fighter. And that's why we don't need Beckett out here messing anything up. But worse for wear, smashed on his back. Ortiz looking for that pin.
Makes the cover. Count of one, and now Ortiz has to figure out which direction to go in next, because if he cannot keep Alec Price down on that mat, Alec Price is maybe the most dangerous man in independent wrestling.
I think that's a fair assessment.
And now Ortiz going back over into that corner, using that funky monkey style to keep Alec Price in the corner, scratching the back. As Alec Price writhing in pain all along the ring.
Jockeying for position as Alec Price able to get underneath Ortiz, making it more difficult, but not impossible for him to suplex him.
Picks him up, tried that vertical suplex. There's a jawbreaker. Going to try the snap suplex, and he hit it. Shoulder up at 2.
Angel Ortiz competing in his 8th Americanrana. EYFBO versus Team Tremendous versus the Hoods versus the Minutemen, really setting the pace for what would become the tag team division here at Beyond Wrestling, back to the first Americanrana in 2013, in a tag team battle royal in 2014, Team Pazuzu against the Hit Squad, Eddie Kingston, Nick Gage, and Shinron in 2015, Pazuzu against Catchpoint in 2016, EYFBO versus the Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero M and Ray Phoenix in this very building 5 years ago in 2017, and I think that was the match that started the rivalry that made it to every major wrestling organization in all of North America. That started right here at Beyond Wrestling at an Americanrana.
I remember that very well, the electricity that coursed through the building that night. Just like the pain coursing through the chest of Alec Price, because Ortiz is taking his time, picking his shot, and he is unloading. Picks Price up.
That's an attack to the spine followed by a clothesline. And I'll tell you what, those spinal attacks, that's a great way to neutralize the long limbs of Alec Price, because that's going to zap strength from all of it, make it tougher to kick out. Let's see if he can right here, just in the nick of time.
There's the kick out at 2. Ortiz really confident, really poised here in this spot, because a lot of people who face Alec Price, especially at this point, feel like they have to match his energy, match his intensity, but Ortiz knows he needs to go the other way.
Well, it throws them off their strategy and they start to fall apart. I think Ortiz, the veteran, it's very smart for him to try and pace the match, but with Alec Price being as quick as he is, how can you stay a step ahead of him? Landed on his feet, was able to convert that back body drop attempt into a drop kick, and now it's Ortiz that's down on the mat.
Able to hit that drop kick if he's popped up in midair. Alec Price taking down the funky monkey, Angel Ortiz, Mr. Americanrana, here at Blackout.
Referee issuing a 10 count. The first man to answer will have a decided advantage. If neither man can answer by the 10 count, we'll have a draw. That doesn't happen too often.
It certainly does not. Alec Price to his feet, throwing the first shot, but Angel Ortiz answering with some of his own.
Those rangy limbs of Alec Price, though, he can strike from a distance, and he can counter as well.
There's the enziguri.
Ortiz stumbles to the corner. Alec Price has Ortiz in the crosshairs. Caught him with the knee. Signature combination out of Alec Price. .500 fans here at the White Eagle.
Ortiz runs right into that leg drop from Alec Price. Is that it?
Well, they knew what was coming. So did Ortiz. He was able to get out of the way, but not of that leg drop.
And now Alec Price saying that was 3. It was not the funky monkey here in his record-setting 8th Americanrana, hanging on against the prize.
Do you think he's going to go back to his old ways? Do you think he might be looking to call out Becca? You think it might have been a mistake to have her leave the ringside area? You think he can get it done on his own, Paul?
I think Price wants to do this all by himself, always with something to prove, always with a chip on his shoulder. He wants to put Ortiz away by himself.
Man, that Gotch-style powerbomb, I was watching AEW J-Lit last night. He was able to nail that maneuver even though he was not victorious over their champion, Joshua Bishop. That guy goes close to 300 pounds. But the fact that Ortiz had it scouted and had a counter just goes to show you that Ortiz is in another league of wrestler.
Bringing Price back to his feet, hanging on here with the short arm clotheslines. Maybe he's gonna make it 3. Hits the third, makes the cover, holds on to the wrist. And that is why he is a well-traveled veteran doing things like that.
A very smart pin, and the fact that there's still no separation means that he can pretty much hit Alec Price with whatever he's looking for right now, and that seems to be an Irish whip.
Up and over, lands on his feet, rolls backwards. Spinning back kick to the midsection.
That kick to the midsection is so tough to scout, but Ortiz with the power slam right into the pin, even with the leg hook, Alec Price stays alive in this match.
And now Ortiz favoring that midsection, really holding on to that after that spinning back kick, and that could be a telling sign.
Well, we can see it. I don't know if Alec Price can see it. That's as good as a bullseye from the commentary booth. That'll knock the wind out of you. I mean, Alec Price, he's so agile, but he's got such long limbs. He can wrap that whole leg around you like an anaconda, just drive the wind out of you with one blow.
Going to go to the Irish whip. Breaks the hold. Hits the clothesline on Alec Price. Takes him down. He could be out.
A 360-degree rotation. Another pinning combination from Ortiz. And even with his knee pressed on the chest to Alec Price in the leg hook, the Northeast Beast kicks out.
This is why Alec Price has endeared himself to the fans at Worcester and all across independent wrestling, for his ability to dig down deep and hang on and keep clawing.
You got to wonder the way that Ortiz is favoring his midsection. You think Alec Price might have cracked one of his ribs? If that's the case, Ortiz needs to end things, and he needs to end things now.
Certainly a possibility. Going for that scoop slam. Went for it again. It was blocked. Hits that crow cop high kick.
Ortiz might be knocked out, but Price might not be able to capitalize, Paul.
Price has to find some sort of energy, that frenetic insanity that drives him at times. He has to find it here at
Back
Blackout.
to the gotch. Perfect execution. Instead of going for the pin, what's he looking for? Maybe the surprise kick? No!
Hits the blockbuster.
I mean, that's amazing. Just out of the corner of his eye, he could tell that Ortiz was getting up to run the ropes, turn his body 180 degrees, and hit a neck breaker. Shades of Biff Busick, who, by the way, wrestled his final match coming up short against Alec at Beyond Wrestling versus Wrestling Open. Please come back. Alec Price representing Wrestling Open that night and picking up the win for Team Wrestling Open.
Charges in. Ortiz sees him coming. Kick to the back of the head. Ortiz is stunned. Here comes Alec Price once again, but Ortiz is there to greet him.
Desperate move out of Ortiz. Maybe looking for that Tower of London. Ooh, he killed him with it.
That was devastating. Makes the cover. Is that it? It is not. Shoulder up, but Ortiz wasting no time. Sits out with it. And again, only a count of 2.
And no wasted motion at all. Ortiz is wrestling one of the greats right now. I think he found his second win. I think he found his win in general. It looks like he's powered through the pain in his solar plexus.
Gonna try a fisherman's. No, broken up. Surprise kick from the Prize. He got him. Wow! Alec Price with a huge win here at Americanrana.
Here is your winner, the Northeast Beast, the Prize, Alec Price.
What a win for Alec Price, and you gotta think, the best part is he did it all on his own.
What a win for the Prize. Here comes Becca out here.
Oh, enough is enough. Should have sent her home.
Oh, great. Great. Is he finally going to do it? He's pushing her away. Those are that's either the crowd or the thoughts in my head.
I don't know. Who does this relationship benefit more?
This is gross. He just had one of the biggest wins of his career.
What's he doing?
Well, that is one way to end a relationship, and Alec Price, I think, just broke up with Becca. And Ortiz with a little greeting for Becca as well. DC, I think that relationship is over.
I don't know, man. Becca's got her hooks deep. But the fans here, all 500 of them, the White Eagle in Worcester, Massachusetts, seem to be in full support of the end of the Prize City Hooligans.